When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, steady, bang. Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Denver Broncos. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Here we go, here we go. 180! 50! So don't say nothing. Check it out!
They start the drive with a give to Powell. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Let's go. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Garoppolo on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 37 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Rudolph. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. I got it.
On 2nd and 9, Rudolph. That's caught by the 6'8" tight end, Zach Gentry. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 45-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Let's go now.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10 is Counter. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Rudolph. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Steelers first down.
Ready. 8, read. Switch up. Pass it. Yeah. Banjo. Check 3. Rush in.
They'll run on first down. It's Connor, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Mike, 55.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. Robinson's got it. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Here's Rudolph. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Stop your whining. Check.
They'll look to run with Connor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll try to surge ahead with Connor. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Here we go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
He got 29 yards that time. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They run with Powell. And an alley to run. solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
13 more yards. That's another Broncos first down.
Here we go.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Don't get nervous.
On first down, it's Powell. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
The 13-yard line.
Kill. Turn up. 12, fellas, here we go. Jim.
Now a give, right side. Powell. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Here we go.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos push further out in front.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Connor on first down going nowhere as he's going to be stacked up behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Shit. Hey.
Rudolph now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Hey, Charlie.
3rd and long, it's Rudolph. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Javon Hargrave busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
13. Hey, Echo. 13. Hey, watch the slant.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Calvin Ridley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos push further out in front. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
On the ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. This is Connor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Rudolph looking to throw. Touchdown, Denver.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check mine. Watching your 5. Hey, exit. Come get some. Ready?
Rudolph. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
They'll run on first down. Connor. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. AFC title game, second quarter action. 2 minutes to play.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On first down, it's Powell. Nifty move. Room here to run. Past the 20. That one 28 yards on the ground. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good, backside guys, man, that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo as his guys continue to pour it on. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover him.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Here we go, here we go. Go. I got motion. Bravo. Let's go.
On first and 10, Rudolph. And oh, what a catch there by Allen. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Smith-Schuster brings up second and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Let's go.
The final shot before the break, Rudolph. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At the 46-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw, Rudolph. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick, and it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 to the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They are going for it. It's Rudolph. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Here we go. What do you need? Check. Crunch.
They'll run on first down. Powell. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Switch.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Open man here is Hamilton. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers.
We have seen this before. And we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. This is the tight end fake. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, check.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's going to let this one go. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Touchdown pass number 4 of the afternoon for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Broncos capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. McManus's point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
58's the mic.
Now Rudolph. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic. You remember me? Hey, Alpha. Let's go, baby. 58's the mic, 58. X3. 218, chopper. Shoot.
Here's Rudolph. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the ball is knocked out. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
11.
They begin with a carry for Powell. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
He's crashing. He's two.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. There wasn't the line that jumped that time, the 2nd level.
No, that's a great observation because most of the time it's those guys up front so eager to get off on the snap. They do it. In this case, you're exactly right. 2nd level, probably because they moved up to the 1st level, and that hurts them.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. On 2nd down now, it's Waters. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Set, ready? 15, line. 15 line. Big stop, D. Big stop, let's go. Let's go.
He can run for it, and he will. There he goes left side. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Their mobile quarterback, 26 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, a run with Connor. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Steelers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Rudolph looking to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Jenkins. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
Yeah, and if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. They start with a give to counter. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah,
then with the Eagles?
That's right. He's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? They run the counter. It's Powell. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Draymond Jones. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Rudolph. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre. I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains. Powell. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. McManus's point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get... And a loose football!
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 2nd and 11 now. Rudolph, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, it's Rudolph. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. A gain of 6 there on first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Go! Let's go!
To throw again on 2nd down. Rudolph. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
Let's go now. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
It's our time. 58.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Come on. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, man up.
Get it.
On first down, Rudolph. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ward. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Rudolph. Caught by Allen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Punching it in from a yard away. Then the Steelers are able to at least knock the deficit down a bit. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it. And it's incomplete. Clock now showing 0-0-5. That's all we have left here in the fourth. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next year. Are they going to be motivated by this loss? Or will this loss linger and really make them, make it tough for them to come out of the gate strong next year? Only time will tell. But they've got to find a way to use this loss and use it as motivation.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.